to in Presidio. What a great day to go look at the archives, eh?
I can't wait. I'm really excited.
I'm excited too. Let's do it.
Hi.
Hi, Amanda. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Welcome to the archives. The collection is part of the Greater National Park Service collection and also part of the Golden Gate National Recreation Area. So that covers all parklands, including Alcatraz, Muir Woods, Fort Point, all of the military lands, Sutro Baths, and Cliff House. The collection is probably about the second or third largest in the Park Service. It runs about 6.5 million items. This is probably our earliest set of maps. This folder runs from about the 1880s and it goes until 1914 or so. I really love this map just also because of the title block is really lovely, hand drawn, and the compass rose is pretty amazing at the same time. It's also really interesting to see all the different types of media that the Army used, so including blueprints, regular types of paper. They also did linens. So this is actually a fabric map that has withstood many, many years and is fabulous because it takes the ink beautifully and they're virtually indestructible. So I really love the linen. And if you get close enough, you can see the weave within the piece. There's just artistry in some of these plans.
Absolutely, and a real feel for how the relationship of places to each other and to the landscape.
So this folder starts off the Montgomery Street Barracks. And it's a good demonstration folder because it has a bunch of different types of materials just in this one piece. This is one of the original tissues, so drawn in 1893, drawn for the latrine, and it's sleeved because you can see people have not been so nice to it. It's already ripped pretty much halfway, so to protect it, we sleeve it. But at least you can still get all the information from it. We have the blueprints for the Montgomery Street Barracks.
Those are just so beautiful.
Yeah, the elevations are really nice, but you can see patch jobs from the Army, so they were actually using other old plans. They would cut old pieces of plans and then use evil adhesive tape to make sure that they were in a good format. But there's every type of drawing, and you can see that they're getting a little more brittle over time as well. Yes, so the elevations for the Cliff House, we have also the floor plans for some of it. Not as detailed as some of the other buildings that we have in the collection, so we don't quite get into that electrical, mechanical lines, that type of thing. But, you know, who really needs that when you have gorgeous elevation drawings with all of the gingerbread? Oh, yes, and the stilts that helped hold the building up.
Favorite.
So here we have our photo binders. And our photo binders contain nearly every historic image in our collection. So once the binder is pulled, then we have a photocopy of the image on the front, and then any information about it is written on the back. I mean, who knew that the Golden Gate Bridge was going to show up in a construction photo for Battery Townsley?
Wow.
And this was in 1938, so the bridge had only been open for less than 2 years. This is what we call the building books. And so in here are different plans of the Presidio. And it was kind of like the Army's mini maintenance record for a structure. And so it had things like what type of building it was, how much it cost, the date that it was completed. These books were done mostly in the 30s, and they kind of is just a really great snapshot of what the building was at the time and then any changes that had happened to it. So you can see that it was constructed in 1904, that it cost $51,000 at that time to construct, which was quite a bit, and it was part of the bachelor officers' quarters at that time. Even gives you really basic information like what the foundation was, what the floors were made out of. And then it gives a small little maintenance record when they added an oil burning plant to there, when they put an electrical system in the building, which came 7 years after they constructed it.
That's fantastic.
They put 15 tubs in there and that type of thing.
Right.
And then a nice little portrait shot of the building at that time. The building is open twice a week. We have open hours for anyone who has any interest in our materials on Mondays from 1 to 4 and Thursdays from 10 to 1 or by appointment. And there's a lot of useful little tools before you walk in the door available on our website, such as our special collections guide and some of the finding aids for the collections. Lovely having you.
Thank you so
Please
much.
come back.
We will. Thank you very much.